Hey gang, I found this really cool video actually, scrolling along. Tomahawk Sean catching Irma. I know it's way back. Vid.
I'm gonna try to get some good footage. Here we go.
Super interesting though. The storm, Irma coming in. Wow, hurricanes are so violent and angry. And they don't care who they hurt. They take no responsibility for being the hurricane.
It's raining because the spray of the ocean is coming up all the way up, and I'm still about a good, I don't know, 70, 80 feet from the water, and I'm already getting hit by spray.
Not to mention, Sean's pretty brave for standing out there while Irma was coming his way.
Look at the ground. You can see where the wind is pushing the sand.
I thought Sean was looking really good back then. It was like 2 years ago. I guess before all the abuse on Trisha's side. Because if you go back to all the videos, you'll see that Trisha did all the abusing. I mean, verbally. And, not getting off the live stream. And she says that Sean left her, but she kicked him out. So he was free to go. You know what I mean? Sean never abused Trish. If anything, it was a mutual fight. And I'm sure, with the way she cusses and is mean, she egged that fight on. But I guarantee you he never punched her or made her feel scared or timid or kept her inside, because she would have never spoke to him the way she did. So the little domestic violence trip she's pulling right now on her live stream, it's just gross, because people that have truly been in domestic violence situations know how bad it is. Trisha, you would have been walking on eggshells around Sean. You would not have screamed at him. You would not have done these things. You would have not said stuff live about him for fear of him kicking your ass. I mean, that's domestic violence. So you're pulling this DV card when there's real women who actually suffer on a daily, who are getting beat black and blue. And I've had friends that have been abused by a man. They always had busted eyes, busted noses. They lived in a domestic violence shelter. Trish, you never lived in a domestic violence shelter. And my one big question that I tried to ask, but you blocked me today, why didn't you tell Dr. Phil? That was your perfect opportunity. If you were in grave danger and you hated being abused, why didn't you tell Dr. Phil? I know he could have gotten you out of it, even if you had to go to shelter. But it seemed like your life, you never mentioned abuse back then. Just now that he left you, in a sympathy ploy. Man, come on, don't make a mockery of domestic violence when there's real women suffering. It's disgusting. It's so gross. And to have your PayPal and collect money for your so-called abuse is wrong. And you know it in your soul. You know that you were the one that acted on. Or maybe you didn't, because You're the type of person that can never own up to anything that you do wrong. Nothing. You're always right. Everybody else is wrong. Everybody else is a troll or a hater. And that isn't true. You're the one that won't accept responsibility for your actions. And you're, 43? It's time. It's time. I mean, look at Sean. He did everything that he could for you. No, you said it. I mean, he wasn't the richest man. And to you, I guess you have to have that wine me, dine me from a man. But you had a family. You had a family. You had a husband. And he loved you at one point. Your daughter. But you know what? You're live streaming. If you eventually just stopped talking. No communication. Because you were on live stream all day, every day. That's why you went to Dr. Phil, right? Well, had you got off live stream, maybe you would still have a marriage. But you chose live streaming, and that's the truth of the matter. Sean was probably a good man. I mean, nobody's perfect. Like you said, he was nasty and stuff. But you know what? Marriage is for better or for worse. And sick in health. Even when it gets nasty and as shit as drawers. You don't need to be telling everybody that. You know, that's not your place. That's just sick. And it's just immature. You're a bully. And one day, you'll meet a bigger bully. That's the way it always goes down. Man, you had it. You had a family. You had a good man. And you wanted to live stream. And you thought the grass was greener on the other side. And you're realizing now that it wasn't. There wasn't anything better out there. I'll bet Mandy would have been out there with him. I guarantee it. Trish, you just didn't never want to do nothing with him, and that's okay. But to live stream while he was, out on the beach, checking in the situation out, I know Mandy would do it now. You just have no right. You have no right to call him out on all these nasty things that you say about him. He was probably depressed. Maybe that's why he didn't keep his hygiene up. He didn't care anymore. We've all been there. That's amazing. The wind and the... Wow.
And the water's cold. Normally the water isn't this cold. But this pressure system, I'm not going to go through that.
I mean, you had your man out there checking out the situation, got his freaking feet and knees wet for you to see if you guys were going to be okay. But it was the little things that you picked on him about. And it was mostly about money. Him spending his money on his other kids or child support. Just freaking petty stuff. Love. If you loved somebody, you could live in a cave with them and be happy. I truly believe that. Love isn't about money and gifts and material things. You know, I can't stand a freaking married woman who thinks she's entitled to all her man's hard work stuff. The cars and, the diner, the dining in and the movies. And no, that's what you wanted. And you didn't get a man that had that kind of money, really. I mean, he was more of a homebody and wanted to stay home and, do family things, take family trips around maybe town with you and Becca, but you were too busy live streaming. Your family failed because of your live streaming. And you threw it away, thinking the grass was greener on the other side. That is the truth of the matter. You had it. You had it all. But you gave it away. That's no one's fault but you. So quit being a freaking victim. A victim day in, day out. It's gross. And quit putting up these false domestic violence things on your live streams. Is that the way you really want to make money? I hope you feel good about yourself after you make your PayPal money that way. You don't need to be buying, dresses and steaks, and you gotta live within your means, boo. Live within your means. You want all your mods and subs to pay your way to have a more luxurious life? Is that what really? You want that? It's crazy. Nobody gets that. And not without a price. Because you definitely sure are gonna have to freaking show your tits or your butt or, S and F and degrade. Nothing's free and a handout. There's always, always a catch. Anyways, I'm done with my little rant, and I loved your vid, Sean. It was pretty cool. Getting massive there.
I'm gonna go in because the undertow.
So, and I'm gonna go too. Love you guys. Have a great night. God bless. Jesus saves. Like I thought you were, anyways. And have a good one. Bye.